And there was an ending. Okay. Hang on a moment. It's the part where I asked you guys to refresh, but also... Yeah, so much for the VOD being one. Hey. That Zelda didn't corrupt anything, but then again I have a manual save. Alright. No looking into the extra features. We're gonna realize her now.
Being the tutorial lady means that people... Aww. Well, what can I do for you in my main menu? Did you realize everyone? Are your specs enough? Sorry, but without realizing everyone else, you should really keep me here. Otherwise, it's basically game over.
I had a feeling. What? Too many of them.
Oh, all right. Then let's get this started.
Okay, that took enough convincing out of her.
Well, this time, let's do it right.
The spectral energy flows through and around your Dateviators, and what was once the Dateviators themselves becomes...
Oh, wow. Nice look.
Skylar is transformed, realized, but she's not as excited as you might have imagined. She looks down at herself, and then back at you.
Ooh, whoa, ooh. I am feeling mixed about this. On the one hand, alive and human, so yay. But on the other...
Skylar grasps her own glasses in her hands.
I'm useless now.
Not useless now, you can make more Dateviators, right?
No, I don't think so. I'm not an inventor. I'm just good at making connections.
Franklin has the plan still, we can ask him.
We'll have to see how it goes on the outside.
One quickie before we go.
There's nothing quick about your time with Skylar. She takes her time with you, savoring every touch, every breath, every sensation. But though she leaves you breathless and satisfied, she seems distractingly focused on one thing in particular. Your eyes. They seem to truly enthrall her. In the moments that you're not enraptured by her touch, you notice just how locked onto your gaze she is.
I can't look away.
But even still, Skylar is Skylar. Despite her fascination with your eyes, she leaves no part of you neglected. She wasn't kidding when she said she loves love. And she is absolutely incredible at making it.
Before I go, let me just stick one last portrait on the bulletin board.
Oh! So where is she on the board? Very center.
I can't believe it. It actually worked. He wants to reconcile. And none of it ever would have been possible without you. Even though you've been a real pain in my ass, I still couldn't have done this alone. So thank you. Thank you.
Had a blast.
I'm sure you did. Objects can be very interesting to speak with, I've found.
Did you fall in love with any?
My heart is set on David alone. But there was Quentin, of course.
Just one.
Quentin, the quaternary diode array liquid chromatography system? You probably haven't met him. That said, there shouldn't be any issues with going outside your house now. David and I might even stop by the old homestead to see you.
That'd be
I
great.
think so too. But
I don't
I
know
won't
if it
stop you
would.
from continuing to have fun in there. Come on out when you're ready, partner.
Well, here we go.
There's nothing left to do. Though it can be nice to stand in a quiet, lonely place for a time. Do you stay and stand more? Or do you leave?
Leave.
Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld.
Oh.
There he is, billionaire David Most. You've seen so many photos of him, but no photograph has ever accurately captured the experience of standing in his presence.
Damn, I never thought we'd actually get to see him in the flesh.
He's short, although he still manages to feel like he's taking up more space than he deserves. But where he's usually looking rather unapproachable in the pictures you've seen of him, today he looks downright cuddly.
You've done it! You brought me and Franklin together.
Oh my god, look at his icon.
A tall, thin redhead steps forward, taking David's hand in his. There is a very tired air about him, but he has a smile just like David's now.
Ah, so this is what Franklin looks like.
It's me. I'm Tinfoil Hat. I look like this. Aren't I cool?
We love each other very much, and we're just so grateful for your help.
I told him. What was the first thing I said?
He said, I made the damn things because I missed you so.
Well, I did miss you so.
I didn't realize how much I missed you.
But now we're together.
So together, and so back in love.
Wait, his icon changed back to Valdivian's icon.
So in love with you, David Most.
I will kiss you now.
Oh, please do.
I'm glad you two are doing well. Can you get off my lawn?
Oh, about that.
The second thing I said to David, what was the second thing?
The second thing was that you deserve something special for all your help.
And it was to make you partner.
When I found it was you who had the date theaters, I was astonished by your customer service skill.
It was like he was the customer and you were servicing him the whole time.
I don't know if it feels natural or not.
Valdivian will always need to stay in business.
Customers!
And we need someone who has the amazing powers of speech, empathy, and all the rest.
The human quality.
Choosing the right thing to say at the right time.
You have some practice at that. Choosing from potential options, there's no one better. That one.
Precisely.
Will you join us?
As Vice President of Human Experience?
Yeah, for the next adventure.
Excellent.
We'll have the lawyers do the rest.
Hopefully not eat all the ice cream.
Oh, it looks like you have more visitors. We'll get out of the way.
Bright and early tomorrow, Valdivianite.
Hey!
It's Sam!
Years of friendship, ambiguous flirting, and wondering what it would be like to see Sam in person. And now here she is, just casually showing up at your doorstep.
I love the way how she looks.
They showed your house on the news, because of all the helicopters and shit, and I guess I just thought if strangers can pop up at your place, I mean, it's less weird if I do it, right?
So I'm glad you're here. I think I saved the world or something.
I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna take most of the credit, honestly. Anyway, just wanted to show my face and let you know that I care.
How's nursing?
It's been going great. I guess we're both kind of saving the world in our own ways. I just get paid for mine, LOL. Ooh,
Why would you say that IRL?
sorry for saying the LOL out loud.
No worries.
Your former boss, Tom, is here, the person you wish to see the least. ranking just behind David Most and your high school bully.
I was honestly not expecting Tom to look like this.
But you can't even think about all that now, because your brain is still trying to process how this dreamy hunk could possibly be your dorky manager.
Hey, champ.
He waves at you in a way that is hopelessly corny, but also manages to show off his bulging pecs. What is going on here?
You did your best, and I love that.
He gets down on one knee, taking your hand in his. It's hard not to notice just how much his massive, strong hand dwarfs yours in this moment.
Will you be my little champ, forever and always?
We'll see about forever, but for now, you gotta jump my bones.
Oh, wow!
Whatever.
Tom, you're really moving up in the world!
He rises to his feet, sweeping you up in his arms in a bridal carry.
Love has come for old Tom! I'll be on my way!
Whatever.
Look
Be
out,
nice to him.
world! Here
At the
comes
end.
Tom and his champ!
Here comes Tom and his champ, indeed. Against all belief, Tom is not only hotter than you ever could have imagined, but also an absolute god in the bedroom. He manages you until you can be managed no more, working closely with you to help you realize your full potential. You could do without him continuing to call you champ even in the throes of passion, but hey, he looks and sounds great doing it. And so you leave your home for the first time in what feels like weeks.
It felt like 2 weeks for me.
Though the world can be frightening,
Because that's
your
how
new
long I've been
friends
playing
and
this
lovers are
game.
there to welcome you with
Or more so
open
streaming
arms.
it.
Valdivian was quietly taken over by Franklin Least. Franklin's tenure at Valdivian sees him as a figurehead for good deeds and great business the world over. It's genuinely incredible how much good Valdivian does for the world out of David Most's hands. Abel is a regular fixture at the farmer's market.
Oh, we get
giving his
character
homegrown
epilogues!
vegetables away to those in need. You're not entirely sure how he supports himself, but whenever you ask, Abel just tells you a man's entitled to his secrets. Abel's veggies regularly find their way to your kitchen, hand-delivered by the man himself, with a smile and a warm hug.
Alright, Kenny, thank you for stopping by. Sleep well.
Erin continued her storied career as an auctioneer. with
Well,
her
at least Erin got some
uninterrupted
clothes
chattering
on.
bringing the highest prices, no matter what was being sold. Which also increases the value of your own time together, as she breathlessly recites the reasons she loves you. Amir never stopped attending the award ceremonies, as it always gave him a chance to show off his fabulous gowns. Eventually, a special category,
What?
most times nominated without a win, was created, especially for him.
I thought I was gonna... You know, like, we're gonna see like 92 epilogues for everyone
Unfortunately,
here.
he did manage to lose that as well. Amir's only consolation is the visits he makes to your house. He has never stopped loving you, and being loved by you is better than any award. Almost. Because of his propensity to wander the museum, gazing with wistful eye upon the paintings to which he was so intimately connected in his former existence, art became the unwitting subject of a great photographer. Art's new very favorite thing to do is to bring the photos of which he himself is the subject over to your house. Discussing art with Art, who is the art, well, it's so metas, it's marvelous. Now and again, Arma would invite you for a night at her remote lookout tower to get away from it all and enjoy the peace and quiet. When you visit her, the glint of the medals she's won fighting blazes all across the country can be a little blinding. To Arma, though, the real prize is the safeguarding of her beautiful surroundings. Eventually, Barry could not bear the tide of demand for his own bespoke line of beauty products. Unfortunately, he remained too candid to satisfy the marketing department.
Leaves you super oily. I've never used this, so I cannot comment on its quality. I'm told it's not recommended, but it smells quite nice. It's alright. There's likely a cheaper alternative.
One customer he was able to satisfy was you. He confessed frequently that he designed all of his best products only for your skin type. Bathsheba's reign as Queen of Renaissance Days is so successful she inspires a few copycat chains to open up in town, but each of them fold immediately. Crowds just can't get enough of the Renaissance Days Queen Bathsheba. Beau's physical exuberance soon proved overwhelming for children aged 6 to 10.
So I see if
Fortunately, on one of her long parkour-style runs through the woods around the camp, she discovered what would quickly become her new passion, a natural skills survival camp called Wild Ones.
So had I actually, romanced any of the others instead of befriending them, like, there would have been something extra about them, like, them mentioning me.
She learned to start a fire, build a shelter, hunt and forage food. She naturally shared all of this with her own young campers. Betty's near instinctual ability to help people comfortably and safely find their sexy side soon leads her to Hollywood, where she takes up a second career as an intimacy coordinator. You're excited to see her name in the credits of some high-profile releases, including an award-winning adaptation of a beloved fantasy novel. But even booked and busy, Betty always makes time for you. The Tipsy Tumbler became famous for Bring Your Own Ingredient Nights, where local patrons can bring whatever food and drinks they like to try to stump the master mixologist. Beverly has never failed, and has created a hurricane of new custom cocktails named in her honor.
You know, I'm also now very curious about about Lucinda, Mikey, and, Damon.
Although the ones she's made for you after the bar has closed up...
Damon's is surely coming up.
Little secret. Bobby is Employee of the Month for the 3rd time in a row. They try to rationalize this as them finally being good at crime, but both of you know better. Bodhi's consulting work has made him a regular fixture on the awards circuit, including the Emmas. He normally makes a splash on the fashion pages for his daring and colourful ensembles.
Oh my god, look at what he's holding.
Eventually, Fabrizio decided that the best use of his time and talent was just to stay at the airport. It is the hub, he claimed, the nexus of the perfect decision to come to Italy, and the disastrous decision to leave. The kiosk he erected is called La Casa Nostra, and due to its eccentric and charming proprietor, is now a tourist draw in its own right. You and Fabrizio have organized a system with the Italian government that allows you to visit him as often as you'd like without a visa, if you stay in the airport. Naturally, it is normal for Fabrizio to sneak you out of the airport and into La Bella Roma. You've kissed at almost every major landmark. Cam still dominates the county dump site. He's in line for a promotion, Regional Refuse Regulator, an office job.
Rack attack!
As they uttered the word office, Cam's skin crawled. He'll most likely stay right where he is. Florence and Celia end up both running for the same position in a local township in a bid to squeeze out the competition. To their surprise, Florence wins the election. Nowadays, Celia is the one running things from behind the scenes. She's having a nice time taking a break from the public eye. Florence is just glad she gets to relax. Florence does still get nervous with public speaking, so she and Celia come to your house regularly for rehearsal sessions.
Aw, good for Celia and Florence.
When Florence does well, you and Celia reward her with cuddling, tender smooching, and her favorite kind of mint truffle. Jeremy is currently holding down just one job, for the moment anyway. She found work at a year-round Halloween costume house as a demonstrator. Every day she goes into work to find out what she'll be wearing that day, and even though this is not strictly included in the job description, she creates an in-depth and engaging backstory for every character she portrays. Despite his name, Chance did everything for his community, deliberately and lovingly. He became so well known that his patients urged him to start streaming his play sessions. He's just begun, though he can't imagine that anyone would ever want to watch someone playing G&G. As the sassy chap sulked in the corner of a bar the night of his proposed video game release date, smoking his bubble pipe, the witty insults he threw at the other customers got some big laughs. He can be found at all the glorious salons around Europe, dispensing wit as easily as he spends other people's money. He spends yours just as lovingly. Clarence's newfound fame and fortune leaves him with less and less time for his beloved Batman, Dakimakura. And one day, the pillow simply shows up at your doorstep. Was it the pillow's idea? Clarence's? You're not really certain, but you carefully store it away in Clarence's old closet. It reminds you of him.
Wow, I actually got to keep the docky.
Clarence stops by your place when he can, which isn't as often as either of you would like, but he sends you frequent text updates and selfies from his latest celebrity closet jobs.
I'm definitely gonna have to, like, make the thumbnail just the title screen of the game, so that way this does not get, like,
Connie has turned from voice acting into game development. Her current project is under NDA, but sources seem to claim it's The Legend of Sassy 2.
Despite it actually being cancelled?
In a loving gesture, she's hired you to voice her star character.
Hey, nice. Thank you, Connie.
Rod is currently racking up the nominations and is looking to return to comedy soon. Kurt is currently writing the televised roast of Rod. Everyone expects it to be the announcement of a new joint project. They both deny it, of course, but it is.
Demon is always standing behind you, protecting you every
Daisuke sends
Ominous.
you pieces others have made of him. Your home is beginning to fill up with beautiful drawings, photographs, and sculptures.
I mean, yeah, he did take up being a nude model.
You can't help but smile when you see them, especially the ceramic sculptures. It's almost as if he's home with you once again. Daisuke invites you out to art classes with him frequently. He never improves, and he never manages to make anything beautiful. But the smile he gives you when your eyes meet over your latest creations, it never fails to make your heart flutter. Whenever his wings appear in a bar, the loneliest customers see it as a sign of trust and honor. He also becomes responsible for a marked increase in weddings in your town, as well as over 300 children.
Peep the flaming drink he's got there.
All legitimate and well cared for, of course, as he only believes in using his powers for sparking real relations, not just one-night burnouts.
Can't believe Dante got himself a flamin' mo.
Dante has offered to set your love life on fire too, when you're ready. You both not so secretly know that when you are, he's going to set you up with himself. Burn me, baby.
Oh my god, JB. The way you said
Dasha
that.
continues to cook far more than she or you could ever possibly consume.
Look at that
She
chicken.
begins to host weekly dinners
Look at
for
that
those in the
cake.
community without family or a place to go, and only then does she finally fill the void she's been feeling within. While Dasha has no shortage of mouths to feed these days, it doesn't stop her weekly deliveries of home-cooked food and hugs. She often leaves you love notes in the baskets she brings. Diana's talent for directing cars is legendary. Her zero-accident reputation gets her to the top of the Traffic Stop Top 40 charts. A big-time traffic producer notices and takes her to the big leagues. Air traffic controlling. Naturally, with her dapper hat and her perfect balance between rapport and rationality, she shines with iconic grace. Diana relishes coming back to the house to share her air traffic stories with you. The pleasure she gets from giving you a story all of her very own and watching the pride and excitement in your face is some of the most profound of her life. The more time you spend with Dolly, the more impressed and inspired you become. One day you realize with a start that you've elected to pursue your own PhD course with her as your advisor. Her faith in you gives you a powerful confidence. Dorian became a doorman. What else did you expect?
Yep.
He's happy, though. Doug's path for entertaining people through the story of the yo-yo was never truly destined for success. But Doug has never cared about success, and somehow his stylings are still available on public access every night. Dunk's kids finally managed to win a game. Dunk sends you his trophy to remind himself to stay humble. It sits in your workout room, a sweet reminder of him and his sincere love of the game.
Dunk? Yeah, I was surprised Dunk actually got kids. At least 6 of them. Also, he looks a little like someone, but we'll move on.
When Dunk comes to visit, as he frequently does, he insists that your athletic lovemaking sessions happen in your workout room. He claims the trophy inspires his creative stamina. Anything for your partner, right? High-voltage realty filled Eddie's soul, and also his wallet. He's currently planning a vacation to Berlin for himself and Volt. History, fabulous nightlife, great food. But don't tell Volt. It's a surprise. Eddie comes to your house to check on the electrical system from time to time. Also to have a quiet cocktail in the corner booth of the local bar. And Volt comes by to dance.
Of course.
Fantina has blazed through most of recorded television, movies, and reality shows, always looking for the unreachable beauty that eluded her in her new life.
The way I am very much tilted with how that pizza box is looking.
Faria remains an enthusiastic fixture at your local medical center. She's working her way through the clinical portions of her medical education, and like anyone in that situation, is exhausted and stressed out most of the time. But her attitude remains optimistic and helpful. There's nowhere else she'd rather be. Whenever she can, Faria comes over for extended study sessions at the house. These are usually quite focused, as a great quantity of work must be done. But they almost always end with Faria's sleepy head on your shoulder. Freddy rarely comes down from the mountaintop. He has been the subject of several documentaries, yet never appeared in any of them, in spite of repeated requests. Gaia hasn't stopped traveling since she left the house. She keeps you updated and tags you in every photo on social media. Her profile banner updates with a checkmark on every country, city, and river bottom she's visited.
Look at that not Instagram, by the way.
The last photo Gaia tagged you in might be your favorite to date. It was a selfie of her, with a great big smile standing outside your front door, right before she knocked. It was her first visit home since her realization. Let's just say you both made up for the absence. The Hanks convince you to join them on their impossible expedition to base jump off the flat Earth. The 6 of you pass the 5th gate of the Great Ice Wall, sail past Shangri-La, and stare over the never-ending waterfall at the end of the world. When you finally dive off and freefall through miles of space and land on the moon, you truly can't believe these idiots were right. Harper's tattoos gain national attention when she begins offering free wedding band tattoos to couples looking to fully commit. Nothing makes her happier than helping couples show their commitment to each other permanently.
Ah, look at that. She does have the same tattoo that Dirk has on her left arm.
Hector's artistic masks are used both digitally and in the real world.
Ah, so these are what the masks look like.
The sense of mystery they evoke brings forth tantalizing magic where there was none before. He is a happy mask salesman in his downtime between crafting.
Happy mask salesman.
Hector recently dropped by to unveil his latest passion project, a pair of matching masks for the 2 of you. They are exquisite. But his blushing pride and warm embrace moved you even more. You get to Thimbledon in time to see Hero complete her first
Hirohime.
special technique, Starlight Smash Again. The unexpected technique transforms the landscape of tennis forever. Your love inspires her to give her all, her even further beyond, her most ultra.
Plus ultra, yep.
Holly spends her days zipping around town making deliveries, spreading good cheer everywhere she goes. Her payment of anything goes means that everyone can use her services, and her scooter is covered with drawings, stickers, and even desserts.
Where are the desserts?
Sometimes Holly will create a little package or present for you, just to have the excuse to deliver it. She's often there and gone before you have a chance to really take her in, but it's all right. You have a smiling confidence that she'll blow back into your life very soon. Not long ago, Ron released his latest piece of technological wizardry, his patented clothing press, but travel-sized, so small that it fits inside his very own top hat. Or anyone's top hat, really. It's the perfect size, no matter your chapeau of choice. Ron delights in visiting your house frequently to showcase his newest inventions. Some of them work, and some of them, well... But whatever happens, he is always thrilled to see you. And there's just been the one fire, so you're still thrilled right back. Jacques regards his budding career with Fantasy Cruise Lines with great sincerity. He has been the most highly reviewed captain in the company for almost 5 years now.
Yeah, the 5 chickies on the left.
TripAdvisor in fact recommends him so highly that his cruises sell out up to 6 months in advance. So far, no paying guests have died. Jean-Nou agrees to help you do your taxes, but after seeing the state of your finances, he no longer returns your calls.
Don't flush your money away this tax time.
Kids come from miles around to see Jerry's intricate model train sets. They're free to peruse his miniatures and control the RC train cars, but heaven help them if Jerry spots them moving any of the pieces around. Johnny made a splash as the premier wedding officiant in all of Vegas. His impression was so uncanny that many attendees felt transported to the 1950s.
Those two look like... The way I see these two, those two that are married there, they look like they're from Dream Daddy. Or at least the one on the right looks like.
He still finds time to look.
That's also another game I want to get around to playing.
These days. Probably off gambling, Johnny supposes.
It also has a console port, yeah, but I just don't have the time or money to get it now.
His dreams of hitting the big time are right around the corner. You whisper in his ear each night. Rock and roll will never die. Key's epic concerts and workshops have revitalized the piano business, bringing back the industries of piano movers, piano tuners, and page turners. Her content has millions of followers, though she is yet to find out how much popularity she has, since she hasn't been able to tear herself away from the keys for more than a few moments each day. And those few moments are always spent with you, talking about music and making plans for more. Keith's body was never found. Koa's comfort warehouse becomes a massive success after an ad of Koa snoring on a couch for 30 seconds goes viral.
Keith's body was never found, yeah, because he was... Did he even jump out with a parachute? I don't think he did. Anyways, Koa.
Koa refuses to let fame go to his head, however, and despite the increased demand, prices remain as affordable as ever. Despite an entire warehouse of comfortable places to sleep, Koa's favorite snooze spot is still in your arms.
So Koa ended up having his own sleepies.
While her coffee shop runs smoothly, Kopi finds herself having to battle numerous lawsuits about the use of their business name. Kopi decides to change course and change the name to something totally different. Dunkin' Donuts.
Kopi, that's already been taken.
You try to tell Kopi that you'll happily help her name her business. It doesn't seem to be her strong suit. She's just so flattered by your interest that she blushes and hugs you harder.
I didn't see... okay, it had the name of Duncan, not Dunkin'. Okay, thank you for clarifying that for me, Kai.
Christoph yearned for greater challenges than he'd been able to find on the entire surface of the Earth, so he went within. After learning that the gravitational constant increases dramatically at the boundary of the Earth's core and its mantle, Christoph determined that he would go there. He would be the first human to survive and work out in that environment, all because of his beautifully engineered intra-Earth submersible.
Bro, what?
Memoria's company Memorandum continues to satisfy and unsettle. Her clientele frequently report feeling much more in touch with their dark sides, even as their homes are literally lightening up. Occasionally, a client will ask for something just a bit more personal. You can always count on hearing from her under these circumstances. The two of you are an on-site team when it comes to the sensual exploration of the shadow. Lucinda Loving volunteers as a
Hey,
role-play
Lucinda.
facilitator for those suffering from identity crises, but she spends the majority of her time at the monastery, offering free advice for those looking to find their true selves. She, of course, went to one of those monasteries where you don't have to take a vow of chastity, to your immense approval. Luke returns from abroad to meet you from time to time, bringing you stories of valor and exotic toasted treats from lands far away. Every now and again, Lux ats you at a post. That's it.
That's it. And it's clicked at the garbage. Just delete. Delete every added post I get from Lux.
And no matter how many times you try to block the email address, no inbox check is complete without an invite to Verified Social. You have yet to accept.
Obviously.
After a distinguished career translating for all walks and varieties of life, Lyric realized that his services were but a stopgap. So he turned his immense talents to invention and built the Transworder. A fantastical combination of the printing press, the assembly line, and a bit of steampunk magic, the Transworder takes any book, in any language, and translates it, with all the intention of the original author to the language of the user's choice.
Ah.
He has just completed the translation of the Bhagavad Gita, which apparently is quite a bit funnier than anyone had yet deduced. He loves to show off to you, bringing his latest translation to your house.
From English to... I don't know what that flag is, but okay.
His favorite thing is asking you to read them aloud and devolving with you into goofy laughter at your pronunciations. Feeling silly has never felt so lovely. As one of Moneycoin's top-performing senior blockchain project acquisition analysts, Mac was rewarded handsomely with a 2.5% cost of living raise and a framed certificate proclaiming them January's Analyst of the Month. Mostly they worry that they're going to be replaced by a computer, which is an extremely ironic twist that you find very humorous. Although at night, when you're in your bed, you find the irony disquieting. When you feel the disquietude, though, you simply roll over to Mac and they stroke your hair.
Oh, yeah, way to censor that in binary coding, because, yeah, we already get it.
All better. After her last whirlwind tour, Maggie sent you her signed manuscripts, care of an address postmarked Turkleman City, Florida. Together with his inanimals,
Maggie,
Mateo now runs
I really
an
wish
international
I
secret
could have
rescue
made
network
right
for
with
abused
you.
animals all over the world. So far, he has shut down 4 dogfighting syndicates, a sales ring for exotic parrots, and a chain of backwater circus houses. Davy still wanders off from time to time, but he always comes home with several new members to add to the pack. Mikey and his children spend their days together learning,
Mikey.
laughing, and loving each other's company. The world is open and free for their futures.
Aww.
While it never replaced fiat currency, Monique's Pizzas ended up becoming a franchise that was sorely needed for America's ailing middle class. After many record-breaking years of album releases and performances, Miranda Dulcita Tostadora launched her own label, Crispy Baby Records.
Miranda y las migas. To my favorite little slice.
She still sends you an advance copy of any album her label releases. She values your feedback above all others. The only problem is now everyone is aware of your love life. All her songs are about you. Penelope convinced her boss to invest in a struggling office supply retailer, insisting that computers will someday let us down or perhaps kill us all. The company has not gone under. Yet. Penelope takes advantage of her boss's latest investment, proposing an office calendar filled with romantic motivational business quotes. She credits you with the idea and sends you love notes on torn-out pages from the calendar. Phoenicia's murals of positivity have adorned the sides of skyscrapers from Dublin to Dubai, bringing smiles to people all over. Her next project is to be even more fantastic and visible. Crop circles. She always wants to paint you to prove her love, but you always reply that love is best expressed by doing your favorite activity, simply talking with each other. Prissy still works for the Great Nations Park Service, but she has been promoted, several times in fact. She is now in charge of all the fieldwork for the MRC, the Mycelial Research Campaign.
Well, Prissy looks nice here in this epilogue art.
Prissy studies mushrooms and has found them to be an endlessly fascinating and intricate celebration of life, death, and evolution itself. On one of her recent visits, you were able to open Prissy's eyes to the psychedelic aspects of her beloved mushrooms. She now comes over often to continue her education with you. Rainey's run of talc was so successful that it got picked up for a sold-out stint on Broadway. Rainey's run of talc was so successful that it got picked up for a sold-out stint on Broadway.
That she'd rather go on top and that she could never play another role with the same commitment and authenticity. I don't get why that looped.
Rainey's plays keep her busy, but she always finds time for you. She comes to see you as often as she can, bringing with her stories about show business and life on the road. She sings for you when she's in the mood, putting on fabulous world-class and personal performances. Graduates of Rebel's unincorporated charity home found their GPAs stunningly high, athletics through the roof, and more importantly, lots and lots of dates. Rebel comes to the house regularly, just to check in and explore with you the new sexual frontiers they've discovered. There are so many things they can't share around the charity, after all. The number of hate crimes around the world has gone down tremendously due to Reggie's tenacious tricksters. Groups are terrified of banana peels, hand buzzers, and whoopee cushions. But if there's one thing that Reggie always wants to heat up, it's his confused love for you.
So he's basically just causing shit for other hate groups. Nice.
River creates a candle she claims is your own unique mix of scents, and it proves to be quite
Glad I
popular.
turned him around.
She sends you one of your own. It smells amazing, but does it smell like you? Who knows? River tries not to bring work home with her when she comes to see you, but she can't help herself. She loves testing scents against your skin and getting your thoughts on various scent combinations. She insists that your skin chemistry is just far superior to that of anyone else she works with. Rongo My Fenwa quickly worked her way up to management at the dairy farm. The freedom to give orders once more pleases
The different
her
art styles
greatly.
for all the
But she never
epilogues.
misses a chance to play in the mud with the kids, both goat and human.
Oh, look at that! Look at that bird! And the cat. The orb.
Skips gives you comps to every performance of every show.
Hey, Skips.
Some nights, as the lights go down and the play is about to start, you swear you can hear him whisper, "Luna Night, is that you?" The stage door, after the curtain comes down, is awash in fans waiting for the actors to emerge. You wait alone for the one slippery shadow who drifts through the crowd. To your eyes, the real star of any show, and he drifts right towards you, every time. Shelley finds a way to combine both her passions, putting on the library's first bodybuilding competition. The winner receives a $20 gift card to Beanbucks and all their library fines wiped out.
I was not expecting this.
The competition is a rousing success, going viral on social media and ensuring the library's funding remains secure for years to come. Of all the things Shelley lifts to stay in shape, you remain her favorite. She stops by the house frequently for bone-crushing hugs, basking in the positive glow your love provides. She's still getting used to letting go, even as a human, but you always make her feel safe.
This means Skylar's next.
Sinclair, the proverbial
Oh wait,
philosopher
Sinclair
king,
first.
led humanity into a new era of prosperity.
It is still crazy that he ended up becoming not only president, but like for a successful like 2 terms.
Despite having disappeared off the grid after the thrilling and dangerous heist, you are still pleasantly surprised to receive anonymous postcards affectionately addressed to my worthless little wretch. You're the only one who gets the address to whatever bunker she currently resides in. Stefan and Mr. Cluckles eventually become the faces of a successful artisan seaweed brand, though Stefan is rather miffed when he realizes that customers are more attached to Mr. Cluckles than to him.
Well, at least Mr. Cluckles got to be a little more realized compared to what ended up happening to him when, when we got Stefan realized.
Stefan, of course, had no real reason to feel miffed. Mr. Cluckles is cute, but Stefan will always be the true hottie to you. He has burners, for God's sake. Stella brings a fresh perspective on streaming and brings in viewers by the millions each weeknight, though she knows that those viewer numbers could always be stepped up.
Okay, so something tells me that Skylar's going to be the last character epilogue that we get, because after all, she was the Date Theaters.
Stepford frequently sends you motivational Monday texts, often at ungodly hours, with photos of himself working out, body paint and all. Telly is the most prolific blogger for Valdiviflix, having written reviews of just over 15,000 shows. All of them rhyme.
Of course. One of the shows I'm looking at right there on like the top right, that looks like Dave Oliver, I believe his name is. Last Week with something Oliver.
From time to time, you check in on him in his screening room and talk long into the night about what he's watched.
Oh yeah, that does look a little like Fallout on the top left as well.
In all the years since Teddy has taken up residence at the Bean, the only thing that has changed in his life has been a very slight relocation of seats due to drafts. In addition to keeping busy with her localization work, Textbox-chan joins the board that governs the adoption of emojis for text messaging, the UI Code Consortium.
Oh?
Most recently, a pair of glasses suspiciously similar to the Dateviators have been added to your phone's keyboard. You can't help but smile fondly when you see them.
The lovely Ators.
Textbox-chan makes time to visit you whenever she can, but when she's gone, she texts you frequently, and she never misses an emoji. Timothy's work at the train station nets him international acclaim, and when he travels to Japan to connect with his colleagues overseas, his presence causes quite a stir.
Good job, DG.
Timothy is honored with a limited edition Tokyo Metro card that sells out immediately, and 1 year later, Timothy merchandise is available in most Tokyo Metro stations.
Oh my god, that does look like the Flava Flav clock.
Tina's TV career takes a disastrous turn when she goes too far even for a reality TV villain.
Oh my god.
She returns home for a few months to stay out of the public eye, inviting herself over weekly to watch TV on your couch and complain about her former co-stars. Fix-It Tone is so popular that Tony merchandise is now widely available in all retail and grocery stores.
Of course.
You can't go anywhere without seeing Tony's face smiling at you and reminding you that whenever you start to overthink matters of the heart, hey, forget about it.
Surprisingly, he never said that once at all.
Tony finds refuge in your arms when he comes to visit. It's so exhausting being a love expert and being expected to have all the answers, which he does, obviously, but he appreciates that you just let him be himself. Her performance at the dinner show got the attention of a recruiter, one who worked with an anti-whaling organization. Though she feared water, Titus decided there was no greater cause than to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. After a few months at sea, keeping the whales safe from the scourges of the ocean, she found her own ship attacked and wrecked, with 25 other crewmates adrift in a life raft. Her impressive resolve kept her crew alive, and most importantly, never once did they get wet nor soggy. Her resting hero face kept the waves frightened and at bay. The moment she touched dry land, Titus mailed you her logbook, her precious journal of every day and night on the perilous voyage. You were touched beyond words to receive it, and to see on every page a heartfelt line or two about your continued place in her heart. Tyrell has since sold his business to his employees, but he can't stop himself from coming into work, if only to check in on his towel buddies. He started folding them in your image to show his affection for you. He just can't quite get the nose right. Von Trapp's business booms, then fades as he completely exterminates all the vermin in the city limits. He drives his panel truck around hoping to bring up business, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to work.
Homicidal tendencies, pest control. Look at his friggin' license plate.
He comes over occasionally to make sure there's no vermin incursion happening in your crawl space. But the last time he showed up, you surprised him with the world's biggest cheese plate.
Honestly, like I said before, I could really use a Vaughn right now.
He'd deny it, but he teared up, and the two of you had a romantic, slightly smelly picnic. Wall, wall, wall. Wall, wall, wall. Wall, 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 wall. Wall.
Wall.
Wall, wall, wall. Wall. Wall, wall, wall. Willie is so successful as a consultant that she expands her business, hiring several of your former co-workers to continue the extensive cleanup required after the industry-wide haste to adopt AI. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that Willie is now turning the tables on both of your behalf. Maybe there is some justice in this world after all. Willie invites you on the vacation of a lifetime, all expenses paid, care of Valdivian. There's something healing about being on a romantic getaway and knowing the massive bill will be sent to the soulless corporation that fired both of you. Winifred is in the process of expanding the Hot and Heady franchise to a second location. She is looking for partners to invest, hopefully a throuple.
Why does that look like Zarya on the left?
Gwendolyn found that she was so good at discovering gossip that was true, she caught the attention of an intelligence service that shall not be named.
Oh, Gwendolyn.
She kept her TV show, but she also uncovered covert secrets. She's in talks for the rights to the movie dramatization of her life, though she's holding out for a better price for her bird friends. Zoe continues to love her life and her job as a paranormal facilitator. She's had a couple of close calls, but the majority of her ghostly clients are nervous, if ultimately grateful. Zoe is always happy to see you. Your house is, after all, the best place for miles to hold a successful séance. You do sometimes wish your house wasn't quite so haunted, but seeing Zoe makes it worth the bumps in the night. Skylar gets to work immediately on creating a new version of the Dateviators, one that everyone can use.
Oh, so we now have, different variants? What about Where's Waldo looking character? With what looks like a kite. Probably. Painter. Chess person, I guess, on the, distant left next to the kite lady.
The world seems to be full of these days of happy, realized people doing wild, magical things. Skylar visits you often for inspiration. She stares into your eyes deeply, gratified, saying that yours were the ones that made all of this possible. Your eyes, kind, friendly, loving, sometimes even a little hateful, but ultimately the ones who listened the most, who trusted the most, who felt the most.
Wow, this piano version of the main theme.
And who defeated David the most. Your eyes, those beautiful eyes. The eyes of a true hero. Through your power, we can see that there was love always around us.
Defeat the final boss. Most at least bring David and Franklin back together. And those were... Oh. This game deserves a round of applause from me. Oh, it's the vocalized version of the theme. Seriously, bravo to everyone who worked on this game. Like, everyone from the writers to the VAs and everyone else, they did a fantastic job on this game. Despite the bugs that I kept running into, that hopefully get ironed out as soon as possible, especially for the console versions. I still consider this game my game of the year. My personal game of 2025. God, that was such a fun trip. Oh, Lycan Alkion. I hope I spelled that last part of your name. I hope I pronounced that last part of your name correctly. But thank you for the follow and welcome on in. It is on this very late hour for me, and I got it right. Oh, nice, nice. I'm glad. Woo! All right, let's. Oh, wow, and look at that! We got final rating. Okay, so every single stat level was maxed out, every datable was unlocked. I had 38 friendship endings, 58 love endings. Got so hooked at the epilogue that you almost forgot to follow. It's okay. It's okay. I was getting hooked onto that too. They got 38 friendship endings, 58 love endings, 6 hate endings. Unfortunately, 2 of them were bugged and I couldn't even realize them. 288 out of 409 collectibles collected. And it took about... So it didn't show any of the hate endings? No, in terms of... Well, I did manage to screw up with some of the endings, like, but unfortunately some of them were redone after I basically, reconciled with at least 2 of the characters that I used my candies on. And, wow, look at that, 61 hours. It took about 61 hours to get through all of this. Oh, wow, and it shows everyone who I, like, loved, friend... Okay, it's everyone... Okay, so everyone... yeah, this is the data decks, basically. Oh, the epilogue didn't show anyone that I had any hate endings with. No. Like, because I never really realized them, or the other missing characters that were, unfortunately, bugged. Thank you for playing Date Everything. You have unlocked New Game Plus. This allows you to start a new game with all the progress reset, except for collectibles, giving you a chance to collect all 409 New Game Plus is shown on the save load screen by a locket icon. Would you like to start a New Game Plus now? Your progress will be saved. I will just save it here. Look at that. What I will do is, I'm gonna do this. Oh. And then this. And then just to end it off, because it is very late, we're just gonna speedrun it. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do anything here. Actually, no, let's use the... Yeah, let's use the... Nah, on second thought, nah, let's not. Yeah, I can't... Did I get the secret ending? Okay, so I will tell you this.
Your degree in customer service has
I
awarded you
basically...
with a
Okay, we can actually skip this.
Divian.
What happened was, I got Franklin and David back together. And that was about it. Unless, like, the secret ending involves the AI.
Today, a coincidence.
We're just gonna speedrun through all this.
Hi there. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Hey! Already for just never with you. Oh, I got you got.
I have a broken...
You have new tasks.
No? I'll try again.
Hello, I purchased it. Absolutely. Thank you.
I ordered this couch, but it popped it up. What? Just... Okay.
Leave the house right after getting the glasses for the secret ending and two achievement. Ah.
Yay.
I am assigned this. I am not. Am I done? I would like to... We're done here.
Hello. Perhaps. Provided. What? No. Thank you for... And if you are ever...
Well, do you... Well done. Got a quick minute. It is going to... You so keep following the...
So, are you one of the... I'm sorry for getting... Oh, and, well, so are you on this? We should talk to you later.
Hello.
Who knew that I would be here for an extra hour because of the... because of all the... all those epilogues. Mind you, that was like at least a total of what felt like 92-ish epilogues. Oh, I can't skip this one. Yeah, there's no skipping this one. I just gotta let it rock. I wonder how the door got fixed.
You're not quite sure how you don't...
Hey, hope you're ready.
Skip.
So, go up to a door.
The outside? Is this the... Surely once you leave, but perhaps the dialogue, the choice, is yours.
The dialogue will be less humorous. Leave.
Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld. For there is a greater world out there to explore. Perhaps in another game. One with a much higher budget.
Speedrun. We did it. We got the achievements. So what's gonna happen since I just...
This mundane life, this incessant chattering, it was all too much, all too long an introduction. Your patience waned to its ultimate breaking point, and you completed the game with enough time to get a refund.
Oh my god! Oh my god, those... Those, their own version of Funko Pops. Mini bays. Look at that Doug one. Oh, wow, the Connie Soul, too.
Congratulations.
Touched grass! Left the house before realizing anything. Wow. Hey, look at that! Speedrun record of 3 minutes. Oh my god, that was too good. Okay. Now, let me preface this. This was my last stream of the month. I will be going on officially on break throughout all of July because July is my birth month and I just want to relax and just take it easy throughout the whole month. I will be back with streams again at the first full week of August, so that's around the week of August 3rd. Woo! And I can't believe I streamed for like a consecutive of like 14 days. Like, not really like a full 2 weeks, but like, all of this was like, because I started streaming like every day until like when this game first released. So from the 17th all the way up until the 30th. Alright. Thank you to all who showed up today and said hi and came in lurking, and once again, thank you for 300 follows. I'm gonna have to think of something to stream for reaching another milestone goal that I was not really like doing a road to for. But yeah. Woo! I think I know who we're gonna take you on over to. This is who we're gonna go raid today. Oh yeah, you technically were my 300 follower. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys, for everything. It is so late here now. I have to cool off and probably go to sleep. And with that, I will see you all in August. Take care and have a good rest of your day or nights.